crack on with today's lesson and get started. So the first port of call is, as we look here, describing personality, describing someone's personality. So there are many different situations where we might need to describe someone's personality, or maybe even your personality, right? Maybe you have to describe yourself, which is always a difficult thing to do, right? Many people get stuck when asked how to describe themselves. It's kind of I think it's a personal question that we don't really enjoy. Most people don't enjoy talking about themselves, especially positively. That's an interesting one, right? We often say negative things rather than positive things. Aria, hello, good evening. Thank you very much for joining. So, an example of where you may need to answer this question, in a job interview, the interviewer may ask, "What are you like as a person?" And then you have to answer your character, your personality, what we see on the inside, not on the outside, on the inside. Yes. You may also need to describe someone else's personality. Why? Because possibly, probably, I nearly mixed them together then. Possibly. I made up a new word. No, basically, if a certain situation happens, maybe you're talking about business, about job, about studying, maybe you're talking about money. Maybe you're talking about how someone made you feel. Then you need to talk about their character, their personality, because in certain situations, we can use personality to talk about that person. All right. And different situations require different vocabulary, which is what we will have a look at today. Now, there are hundreds and hundreds of different words to describe personality. We're going to have a look at quite a few, but yes, there will still be quite a few missing from, I would say, the full list. We're going to kick things off with the positive ones. Yes. All right. So we're going to look at describing personality in a positive way. The first one is lively or energetic. They're very much similar. They go hand in hand. You can say someone is lively. You can say someone is energetic. Either one is okay. The next one is reliable. Right? And as you can go through these ones, you can also practice your pronunciation as well. Reliable is a good one to use as well. Similarly, you'll see in the red as well, dependable. So again, you've got two options. You've got reliable and also you have dependable, meaning that they can be trusted if they are asked to do something. So you could say, my brother is very reliable, or my mum is very dependable. She can be trusted if asked to do something. Next one here is trustworthy. Yes, trustworthy. Now, what's the difference between trustworthy and reliable? Generally, I would say that there's not a huge difference, but the only difference I would say is that trustworthy is a little bit stronger, right? You would trust them with anything. Maybe looking after pets, money, picking up your children, anything. Yes, that is being trustworthy, of course. The next one is talkative, which is a great one indeed. This could be positive. This could be negative. So it depends on the situation. Right? I like to think of it as a positive. However, if you're talking in class all of the time, then maybe it's a negative. So this one is, of course, someone who talks a lot. You could also call them a chatterbox. I often call my daughter a chatterbox because she talks a lot. Yes. Now this one is a good one. I like this one. Persistent. Persistent is a good one. This is someone who continues to try no matter what happens. If they fail, they continue to try and try again. Have you ever heard of that saying? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Yeah, thoughtful is a great one as well. Fantastic. And there we go. Exactly. That's the next one that I thought of as well. Basically thinking about others, right? Putting others maybe before yourself, right? Maybe they try to, I would say, make people happy more than making themselves happy. Next one, sensible, right? Sensible is a nice one as well. Someone who displays reasonable, that's another one as well, reasonable and sensible, common sense. So somebody who is sensible means that they are not foolish. They are not stupid. Yes, they have sensible ideas, sensible way of thinking. Generous, as you can see here, generous is a good one. Gives time or money. Basically, things that are valuable. So someone can be generous by giving money, but they can also be generous by giving their time as well, which is, in my opinion, more valuable. If you give time, it's more valuable than giving money. Humorous. Someone who is funny, of course. Yeah, you can say someone is funny, someone is humorous. Both are okay to use. The next one is polite. Yes, this is a good one. Showing respect to other people or other cultures, using polite words, polite phrases. That's always a good sign indeed. So someone who is very polite shows respect to others. The next one we can use is friendly or pleasant, or sometimes you can say kind, right? Someone is friendly, meaning that they are easy to maybe talk to. They are open to talk with people. Pleasant, again, is just someone who is nice. And as it says here, could be kind as well. The next one is a good one. Hard working. Yes. Don't forget when we use this one, work, it's more of an E sound. Hard working. Someone who wants to finish their tasks. Someone who wants to do a good quality job. They want to do something to the best standard they can. The next one, diplomatic, right? And if you hear this one, we don't really say diplomatic, diplomatic. So it's more of a, la sound than lo. Diplomatic. These are when this person or this type of person deals with situations and people in a good way. they often see both sides. They are, this is a good one as well. They are not biased. They are unbiased, right? Meaning that they are fair as well. Some other good ones that we can use. The last one for positive is creative. This is someone who has either good imagination, can make things, comes up with good ideas. So yes, we can say they are creative. An artist is creative. A storyteller is creative, of course. Movie directors are very creative. They have to try and explain the story through their ideas and their vision. So yes, they are very creative indeed. The next one, we're going to look at negative ways to describe people. Now, this is where the fun comes into it. How can we describe people in a negative way, right? Let's take a look at these interesting words that we can use. Aggressive, right? Very aggressive. Likely to attack someone. Yes. They have an aggressive personality. Maybe they're quite angry as well. You could say that someone has a short fuse is also a good one. It means that they're quick to become angry and maybe aggressive. Yes. That's a good idiom to use. The next one is, what happened there? The next one is bossy. Yes, this is a good one as well. Bossy, likes to tell people what to do. Yes, they boss other people around. You do this, you do that. Yes. Maybe older sisters or older siblings are very bossy. The next one is, yes, this one. Bitchy is a good one. This one is a good one. Someone who is bitchy means they say horrible things about other people. Usually not to their face. Usually behind their back. The next one is, this one's a good one. And maybe the pronunciation of this one is a little bit challenging. Deceitful. Deceitful. So this one is when you intentionally, you mean to mislead other people, right? You are very deceitful. Similar to pull the wool over someone's eyes, right? That is being deceitful. You intend to basically do something that is not what you think or what is considered to be right. So deceitful is a good one. The next one, foolish. Foolish. You can say silly. You can say stupid as well. These are good to describe people who are not clever or not smart, or they act not clever or not smart. Yes, you could say that they are foolish. The next one is sensitive. Reacts easily to things being said, right? So this is reacts. The reaction, of course, is someone who is, maybe saying bad things. Yes, you can say very sensitive. All right. Another one is impolite. Yeah, impolite. Impolite is a nice word. I would say it's a nice word to describe someone because most of the time we use rude. She's rude. He's rude. we don't really say impolite unless it's a formal sort of situation or setting. The next sort of page that we're going to be looking at then is inflexible. Inflexible, they cannot change, they cannot adapt. Stubborn. This is a good one as well. Once they have an idea, once they have their own sort of way, they will not change. Very similar to inflexible in some cases. Some of these kind of overlap. As you will see, right, we can overlap a lot of these words to other ones, and they mean very similar things. Stiff-necked, yes. Violent, there we go. Yeah, good. Very good. Antak, no problem. My pleasure. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, Lama, that's right. We said had deceitful a minute ago. The next one is lazy. Yes. Doesn't work or doesn't work very hard. Wastes time. Doesn't sort of play as a team. Yes, they would say they're lazy. Yeah. Next one is jealous, of course. Wants what other people have. Yes. Maybe your neighbor gets a new car and your other neighbor is very jealous. All right. The next one is argumentative. Now, this one is a good one. Try to pronounce it with me. You can say argumentative, right? Argumentative. So the last part is a little bit difficult. Tative. Right? Argumentative. Yes. This is someone who always looks for an argument, right? They're looking to argue with other people. They enjoy it. Selfish. There we go. This one was, of course, one that you were asking for. And yes, it's one that is very, very commonly used. Only thinking of themselves. And the last one that we've got for negative is sneaky. Yes, sneaky. Doing things in a secret or unfair way. Yes. So you can say, yes, my mistake, in an unfair way. In a secret or unfair way. There we go. Yes, so sneaky is when, of course, someone is doing something that is basically behind other people and they are not telling others that they are doing it. All right. We can often use these words, these, of course, personality descriptions to talk about whether we like someone or we don't like them. So, for example, I really like him. He's da 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 da. For example, here, I really like him because he's always honest, right? So you can use really like, yeah, or I like, right? And you can give the reason, because he's this, because she's this. Or another one is I get along really well, right? We get along, again, meaning having a good relationship. I get along really well with my boss. She's, and then a very funny person, kind, generous, anything that is positive. The next one is a good one, is I don't like her one bit. Now, this is quite a natural phrase to use. One bit, it means I don't like her a little bit, not even a little, right? But we shorten it to say one bit. She's, and then something, right? For example, I don't like her one bit. She's so bitchy towards me, right? The next one is, we don't have a good relationship. He's, and then da 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 da. For example, we don't have a good relationship. He's always late for my birthday. Okay, so we can use that one there indeed. Idioms to describe personality. We can always use some of these ones. This is quite a common one. Pain in the neck. Yes. Someone is a pain in the neck, meaning they are very annoying, irritating. Yes. All right. This one is, a very, very common one indeed, right? He or she is a pain in the neck because they keep annoying me. This one, cheapskate, is a very good one. This one is, of course, when someone doesn't want to, of course, pay money for anything. They don't like to buy things. They don't like to, of course, maybe pay for something for other people. So yes, we would often call them a cheapskate. Yes, because they don't like to put their money on the table to pay for things. All right. You could also say, like, not an idiomatic phrase, but you could say frugal. Frugal means people don't like to spend money. But yes, an idiomatic phrase, cheapskate, is a good one to use. Next one, busybody. Yeah. A person who likes to put their nose into other people's business or interests, situations. Yes, right? We would use busybody as somebody who cannot keep their nose out of other people's business, right? They like to get involved and know what's happening. Yes. Skiver. Maybe this is a typical British one. I'm not sure if it's used in American English so much, but in Britain, we use this a lot to talk about someone who doesn't go to school or doesn't go to work without a good reason. They skive. Yeah, someone who doesn't go to work or school without a good reason. For example, sickness, birthday maybe of their grandparent, or maybe someone has passed away, etc. Yes, so this one, you can say they are a skiver. Next one, live wire, is a good one as well. Live wire. This one is when someone has a lot of energy and does many things. Yeah. You could also say bouncing off the walls is another interesting one. Yeah. Meaning that they have lots of energy. The next one here is green with envy. Yes. Green with envy means that someone is very jealous of what other people have, of course.